From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's gonna get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
55. Hey, defense, let's go.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, yellow. Watch the ship.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Yellow.
Check it back.
Yellow.
Check 4. 36. Ship.
15.
Out.
Now here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And going deep and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill, 42 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Patrick Willis in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. On second down, Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Murray now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on, and he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. T.J. Watt, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Yellow.
Check 53's mine. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Hey, 43.
Switch.
49. Hey, Sunday.
Watch out.
Under 10. 10.
Kill.
15.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot right away for the... Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well, too.
Is that called rewarding them and thanking them for what they did? They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that under pressure, and they got to him again. Kevin Green. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Double tight. 3 down.
On second down, here's Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Murray. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Sam Cook now, standing just about up. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, that credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check 9, check 9. Check.
Yellow.
Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Hey, yellow. Hey, go going.
Check 17.
Mahomes now to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
Check 31.
Easy. Hey, 15. Hey.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep rights, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 50 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Scene 6. 55, my guy, 55. I'm coming after you. Check.
Yellow.
Check 55.
Now it's Mahomes again. This will be caught by Randy Moss. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Randy Moss, 34 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Ray Lewis, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Line
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take.
There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point try forthcoming. A PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kevin Green in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went back. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. They're going for it. It's Murray. T.J. Watt. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. Devin Bush, he's the one credited for the sack there, but certainly no credit given offensively. That play, well, it defies logic. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Pull it together. Echo.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal.
I can't believe they even let you play.
43! 43!
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. If someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking...
Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward. And
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. Here we go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess they're going to say 5th time's the charm. They're going again on 4th down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped offside.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were